What's up folks, my name is Felix, welcome back to a new video. This today will be a node setup guide for Elixir. Yesterday I, for example, uploaded the guide how you can set up a VPS, a virtual server to run crypto nodes for airdrop farming, and that's exactly what we want to start off with today. If you don't know the basics, just watch this video how you set up a VPS, because this is all necessary knowledge that you can now also start. And the project I picked for this video again is Elixir. This is an order book liquidity provider, has big partnerships with many layer ones, with many big perps exchanges. They have an incentivized testnet as well as they incentivize validator node runners. And that's exactly what we want to do today. You can see everything on their homepage, but that's not the topic of today. They received massive funding of almost 10 million US dollars. And we have a clear guide on a Medium article from some user. I will of course link everything below this video that you can also open this guide and do everything like I do it here in this video. You can do everything here with the minimum server requirements I mentioned in yesterday's video. So you can see here you just need 4 GB of RAM and around 30 GB of SSD storage, which should be enough if you pick the first tier of those VPSs. And once you set everything up here, we can start with this video with the first step where we have to connect to our VPS server. And this is exactly here. So this is the starting point. Once connected to our VPS, I'm highlighting this here, then you have to insert the first command. And I can also recommend you that you split your screen, that you have 2 windows on here, that you can just jump from one to another. Because what we want to do now is, again, we want to copy line by line into our VPS and install the full validator node. That's why we first copy the first line here. We just come over to our VPS, we insert it, and we just click enter. And then you can already see the server is working. And once we get another command that we can continue, you just insert the next line. So we scroll all the way down. You can see here how it should look once it's done. So the process now says done, as we have it here also in our screenshot. So we go for the second task here. We again copy the next line and we paste it in over here, press enter, and just wait for it again to complete. Then we want to install the screen here. So copy the next line, insert it again, press enter, and the screen should already been installed. Then we come to line number 4, where we just copy the next line, we paste it again in here, and we wait for total completion, which we can also see here. So all good. You can always compare it to the screenshot he shows in his guide here, and it looks very similar. Then we want to check the Docker version, which is installed. So we paste that in here again, which is all good. Now it says here in this case, Docker not be found, but can be installed with those 2 commands. So we just want to copy this next command here, paste it in here, press enter again. Now the right Docker version gets installed. We want to say yes here. So you just type in a Y, press enter, and now the right Docker version gets installed. Then we want to check the Docker file is executable by just copying again line number 6 here, insert it again, and it says yes, it's all fine. Then we go to number 7, also copy that, pasting that in. You always want to click enter, and if it gives you a root command, all is fine. We can see that again in our screenshot here. Docker file has been saved, everything is all right. So we're gonna continue with line number 8, insert that again here. And then it asks you for some details. Now we need a new setup wallet address, best case, because you also need to insert a private key here. I'm gonna show it to you now with a MetaMask wallet. So I set up a dummy MetaMask wallet to show you all the details. So you just open up your MetaMask, you first copy the public key, so your wallet address, then you come over to our VPS window. You're gonna delete this OX here and just paste in your public address. Then next thing, you wanna go for your private address. Again, you just go for account details, gonna show private key. You just type in your password, click on confirm, then you have to hold the button here and you just copy the private key here. Again, this is a dummy wallet, so you can all see that. Then you come over to your VPS again, you delete those spaces here and paste in your private key. And last thing is you want to give your validator a name. In my case, I'm just gonna call it triple D. In the guide here, the user says you should use your Discord name. So just type in your Discord name and you should be good. And once you inserted all those details, he's mentioning this here as well, gives you a full guide on how to get your private key from your wallet. And also, yeah, again, what I already mentioned, the Discord name, which you can insert here. And after you put in all the details here, you just want to press Ctrl X on your keyboard. This is for Windows. You should adapt if you use a Mac. So just Y and X. Then it asks you if you want to modify the buffer. In this case, you type in Y for yes. And file name to write should be Docker file. So you just click enter here in this case, and we are all good. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to come to command number 9. We're gonna copy it again and paste it in here, press enter. And in this case, everything is fine. So we can see exactly here what's displayed on this screenshot. It's now downloading all the data, and we now have to wait until the downloads are complete. Then while this is still ongoing, you check again if this is the right wallet address, in this case ending on E9. If I just open up my MetaMask again, you can see the public key in this case here is ending on E9, all good. And now it gives us again the root command, which means we now have to type in the next command. Now we want to open up a new screen. That's why we paste in this next command here, which gives us a complete new screen. And then we want to launch our node. So we're going to copy this command here, and the load is gonna be launched, and you will soon see all these colored lines over here. If we open up the screenshot, it should soon look like this over here. And that's basically already it. And now last few steps are to fund our validator node. That's why we can now detach from the screen over here, because the node is running now in the background. So we're just gonna come over to our VPS, and you now wanna click Control and AD. And once you did that, we can come over to do the next steps. So you want to just navigate over to the dashboard of Elixir, and you want to connect the MetaMask wallet, of course, this wallet, which you already inserted before to run your node. And then you want to claim some testnet tokens. I, for example, already did it because I didn't know how long it would take. That's why it's already saying claimed here. In this case, you get 1000 Elixir tokens, and then you can just come over to stake those tokens. In this case, I just use 900, and I want to click on stake. Therefore, and also for claiming your tokens, you need Ethereum Girly, so on the testnet. So you need to fund your wallet before. I will link you the Girly faucet below this video. There you can just insert your wallet address, and you just click on I'm not a robot and send me ETH, and those 0.20 ETH are enough to do all our transactions now. So first transaction we want to confirm is this one. You first usually have to approve the amount you want to stake here, and then next step would be to stake your tokens. In this case, I already approved my tokens, so now I can confirm that I want to stake 900 of my Elixir tokens to the node I'm currently running. And once this is done, the window should be closed, and you should see your staked balance over here. And the last thing we want to do now is to enroll that. So you just come over to enroll, then you should see your public address, and you just click on enroll. And of course, we want to confirm that transaction here as well. And then in a few seconds, it should display here on the dashboard that our status is on enrolled. And we could then potentially also delegate some tokens, which he also mentions in his guide. If you scroll all the way down, you can see he is explaining all the steps here again. And then you can, for example, enroll to his wallet address if you want to support him for providing this guide on Medium. So now confirm transaction. And here in this case, it says enrolled, and we are all good. Our node is running in the background. And if you want to check your node, you just come back over to your VPS, open up the node again, and check if everything is fine, which you should definitely do on a daily basis to check if there are some updates or if there's anything to do. So that's the basic overview on the first Elixir node. I think a very simple one. I will of course provide more node guides in the future. Just tell me what I should mention in future guides, if this was too fast or if there are any steps you didn't understand. All links will be provided in the description box. And if you don't want to miss the future ones, feel also free to subscribe to this channel, because I release daily content on here about airdrop farming and node running. That's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next one.